Scary encounter at work. I'm a petite woman, and when I was 24, I worked at a pharmacy/convenience store for about a year as a cashier. I had many weird encounters because people were sometimes behind in their medication doses when they came in to pick them up. Mostly harmless. The shifts were usually just one cashier and a supervisor, with the supervisor in the back of the store and the cashier alone up front. This happened close to Halloween at about 9 a.m. on a sunny, innocent day. I was just chilling at the cash register waiting for customers when a man came in and stood in the aisle across from the register and just stared at me for a good 5 minutes. I didn't realize that's actually what he was doing until made eye contact and he didn't look away. He was huge and reminded me of Tyler Labini's character in Tucker and Dale vs. Evil, just not the least bit charming. I immediately called my supervisor up front over the loudspeaker and the guy walked down the aisle towards the pharmacy. When my supervisor appeared, I'm not being mean, but she was morbidly obese and had bad knees, so she was very slow. I told her what happened. She downplayed it, didn't look for him and said to just call her if he did anything. Comforting. When she was gone, the man made a loop around the store and came right to my register with a bag of Halloween candy and nothing else. I tried ringing him up quickly, but he started asking me ridiculous questions about our savings card program and insisting he sign up. I slid him a pamphlet to fill out his information because I did not want to speak to him more than I had to. He just stood there holding the pen and staring at me, then suddenly asked if I knew how trick-or-treating originated. I didn't have time to answer him before he started describing how back in the day the men that ruled the country would go house to house every year on Halloween and demand the daughters, of every age, to be handed over so they could rape them. That was trick-or-treating in his mind. As soon as I heard the word rape, I said get away from me and walked to the other register and called my supervisor loudly over the speaker because he was blocking my way to the back. He knew she was out of shape and slow, and he didn't flinch as he followed me to the next register and started talking about how all women are bitches and are meant to serve men sexually. He noted my wedding ring and said my husband could also rent me out for sex because it was his right and on and on. I was shaking and considering jumping the side of the register to put some distance between us so I could run. Luckily, the male pharmacist heard the panic in my voice and rushed to the front of the store. He saw the man and shouted, "Jake, get the hell out of here." The man, Jake, just stared at him as he calmly walked out and it was so scary and stupid at the same time. Turns out that Jake had been a regular customer until he stopped picking up his medication. Instead, he would just come in and harass female workers and he'd been on a police-enforced ban for over a year. My savior Mr. Pharmacist called the police and the store manager to bitch her out for still scheduling girls alone after everything Jake did in the past, such as ripping a toilet seat off one of our toilets and threatened to beat a girl with it who used to work there. I quickly transferred to a different location because I just could not get over it and the manager kept scheduling us alone. The police only watched the store for a week. Jake, just know.